Hello, welcome to Greek Verse a Day. Today we are translating Revelation 2:19. By way of context, as a reminder, the angel that is being addressed is the angel over the church of Thyatira. So as always, you're working from your Reader's New Testament. We'll read through twice, give you a chance to do some work on your own before I jump in with the helps. So let's go ahead and do our first reading a little bit slower. Oida su ta erga kai tain agapein kai tain piston kai tain diakonion kai tain hupamanein su kai ta erga su ta eskata pleana ton proton. One more time, a little bit faster. Oida su ta erga kai tain agapein, kai tain piston, kai tain diakonion, kai tain hupamanein su, kai ta erga su ta eskata pleana ton proton. So, go ahead at this point, pause the video, see what you can make sense of this verse on your own using the helps from your Reader's Edition, and then unpause and I will jump back in. All right, so with this verse, we start right away with our indicative verb in the clause. And remember here, Jesus is addressing the angel of the church at Thyatira. So we're going to see second person singulars rather than second person plurals when we're looking in this verse. So here we have oida. This is one of those verbs that you just memorized as I know. So technically it's a perfect active indicative, first person singular. And so it means I know. And what we're going to have as our object of this verb is all of these accusatives that follow. So we have a whole bunch of them. Ta erga is an accusative in the neuter plural. Tain agapein, an accusative in the feminine singular. Tain piston, an accusative in the feminine singular. Tain diakonion, an accusative in the feminine singular. And tain hupamanein, an accusative in the feminine singular. And then this su right here is a second person singular personal pronoun. Remember, it's a second person singular because the angel is being addressed. So as the genitive, it's showing possession here. So your, and it goes with all of these that follow, except for tain hupamanein, which gets its own su right here. And then we're actually going to have another su right here. These two are sort of superfluous. They're, strictly speaking, we probably would know what's going on. We would know who possesses these things without the extra su's here, especially this one. This one is a little bit helpful, but still unnecessary. And this is sort of characteristic of John's ungrammatical or unpolished Greek. In any case, I know your, and then all of these things that belong to that church. Works and love and faith, and diakonion is service, where we get the word deacon from, and hupamanein is endurance. And then we get this additional clause right here, which is also sort of governed by this verb. So these are these works right here. We already had works mentioned up here, but so we're going to have I know repeated again. And I know your works. And then all of this that follows right here is modifying ta erga. It's going with it. It modifies it by way of apposition. We see that we've seen this several times in Revelation. This is one of John's favorite ways to add more information about a given thing. So here he sticks ta erga there, the works, and then right after it he has all this stuff after it, these adjectives that match it in case, gender, and number. So notice that this is neuter accusative plural, as is this neuter accusative plural. And so this is the last one's. Pleona is our adjective for greater. Greater, and literally here, if we were just to translate our genitive, we have a genitive plural, ton proton. of the first. But what pleona is right here, this is a comparative. It's a comparative adjective. And oftentimes what you'll find with a comparative is this little particle a, which you memorize from your vocabulary in Greek 1 as than. But Greek can also indicate comparatives without that little a there. And when it does so with the genitive. And the genitive actually normally also follows this particle a. So greater than the first one. So that's why we have tone, proton in the genitive here, is because it's functioning with the comparative. The comparative forces it into the genitive case there. So if we're to put this all together, we have I know your works and your love and your faith and your service and your endurance. And I know your works, the last works are greater than the first ones.